supposed to have a black screen up, but it didn't go up for some reason. So give me a second. I'll run the opening.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
All right. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Good to see everybody. It is Talk Wrestling. It is Tuesday night, October 31st, 2023. It is Halloween. Happy Halloween to the No DQ Galaxy and to everybody watching across the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media here on this Halloween night. I realize my plate is in the shot, which just looks oh so professional and attractive. Had a late dinner, so it is what it is during Halloween Havoc. Good to see everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Let's see what we got here. People were coming in. Hey, Jeff, I was sick early in October. I hate this month. And right in peace, Matthew Perry. Indeed. It's very sad as a Kings fan. NXT. Exactly. NXT was on, which is why the 7:15 start time did not go through. I wasn't sure how long it would run. We had a little bit of an overrun. Plus, we were chit-chatting after the show. Hello, Darren. Hello, John. And Jaden, good to see you. Matthew, yes, the Kings won. It's funny, during Halloween Havoc, we got a chat about the Kings from Emmanuel Dominguez, and I turned the game on and the Leafs scored. So I was like, oh shit, turn it back off. So luckily, all was well. Mohammed, good to see you as well in the chat room. Happy Tuesday to you as well. Happy Halloween. And indeed, what a night 2 of NXT Halloween Havoc. Not as good as night 1, as we talked about during the course of the broadcast, but still a solid effort from the white and gold brand, if you will, of NXT. So very cool to see that go down. So thank you all again for tuning in. I know it's a little later than usual. You passed our 7 o'clock start time, or Pacific 10 o'clock Eastern start time, but I thank you for coming in across the multiverse. Let's see who all is here. We've got a good turnout. Appreciate it, much appreciated. So I know usually I try to keep it under format, try to keep it strictly wrestling, but I know a lot of people didn't see Meach's Musings because it was only on a couple of the channels. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up tonight. We're gonna let it be an open forum. I would appreciate super chats. Don't get me wrong, but if they don't come in, I'm not going to be the usual prick face I have been about those super chats. Because everybody is getting paid out is going to get paid out. So, first question that came in: what is my favorite Halloween song? Mine is Michael Jackson's Thriller. This is Caleb's. So, Thriller is definitely up there for me as an '80s baby. Number 1. Number 2, getting to see my son when he was in, I think it's either 1st or 2nd grade. I'll have to check the video later and reconfirm that. But his grade level as part of the holiday music and performance art show for that particular year, they were doing decades because it was like a milestone year for the school, and they got the 80s. So Dylan did the Ghostbusters theme with a dance, and he did Thriller. That's another song. I forget the third one, but he did Thriller. So he knows the whole Thriller dance. We were doing it on Open Mic Night the other night. So definitely Thriller's up there for me. But my favorite Halloween song, very simply, is the Halloween theme by John Carpenter from the movie. And we did talk about that at length earlier today. If I may be so bold, there we go. We did talk about the Halloween series and the music and the movies and everything that goes along with it earlier today on Dad's Not Always on Wrestling, as JJ and I did indeed rank the entirety of the series, all 13 movies in the Halloween series. So please go check that out. Hang on. That looks like shit. There we go. Hi. No, that still don't look good either. That's okay. Check it out over at the Costin Studios channel as well as the Jeff Meacham Network. So check that out for me, guys. Pretty please. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Yes, JJ, definitely another big announcement, a tremendous outing, from the White and Gold NXT. Definitely enjoyed being there. being there to see it. Marshall, I did see you come on in. Good to see you, Marshall. Good to see JJ again. So what do we think Tony's big announcement will be tomorrow? I'm going to go with the Max streaming deal is going to be the announcement. That's what I think it's going to be, personally. Not a fan of the female Ghostbusters movie. Just didn't dig it. I know some people did, but I didn't. Tubular Bells is John's choice. Guilty pleasure is "Gimme Calling All the Monsters" by China McClain. That's very much a guilty pleasure. And if you know where that's from, you're in the right room. So very cool. My favorite pop singer of all time. Marshall says Michael Jackson or Prince. Okay, so if you're asking me to choose between the two, I'm going to go with Michael Jackson. So yeah, definitely Michael between the two. I do love Prince's songs though, so that's a hard one for me personally. Is Hotel California by the Eagles count as a Halloween song? The last line of the song does have a scary twist. No, I don't think it does. You know, I'm the Eagles baby of everybody, so I would say no. Definitely a twist at the end with the checking out but never leaving, but that was more of the being caught up in the world of drug use is what that means. So there's that for what it's worth. So yeah, interesting. It's been luckily it's been a slow couple of weeks here news wise, which I'm always grateful for, only because we don't have to dwell on so much of the negative, the gaga, if you will. So it's always good to see that. I am curious what Tony's going to say tomorrow. Not going to lie. This Is Halloween is a great song. Joey, if you missed our Coach Halloween Havoc, Noah did the opening verse and the first chorus of This Is Halloween tonight on the stream. And you can see a whole bunch more of that kind of stuff coming up on November 18th. We'll talk more about that during the plugs. Matthew has several favorites. Thriller, The Time Warp. Love Time Warp. Hey, Rocky Horror Kid. You love Time Warp. You love to see it. Dance Magic, Ghostbusters, Night Before Christmas soundtrack, always. Guilty pleasure is the Hex Girls from Scooby-Doo. Absolutely. There you go. See? All the things. You know, I started out as a Christmas baby, wasn't into a lot of the Halloween stuff. I did the costume thing as a kid. I dressed up, I went trick-or-treating, the whole thing, but I really didn't get into the adulting stuff, the adulting, because it's not adulting. You're totally goofing around and being a jackass. The kid stuff for Halloween, but I am the adult stuff. But I am very much more into it now. I do have certain horror, scary, thriller, slasher movies I enjoy, but it's still not a all-in type thing. I'm not about all of it. Agreed, Marshall. I have many more Christmas favorites than I do Halloween movies, as far as the favorites go. And as far as music goes, JJ knows this because he was part of the influence of this. I have a Christmas playlist I play around the clock all year. And it occasionally delves into the Disney background stuff or just classic Christmas songs or whatever. But during this time of year, the Halloween theme, the dun, 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 is my ringtone until midnight anyway. Or until I wake up tomorrow morning, for being honest. I'm gonna leave it on tonight. But once that clock ticks over to November 1st, I tell you what, it's all about the Christmas going forward. Yes, I enjoy Thanksgiving, but it's not a whole lot of Thanksgiving songs. So we'll be definitely doing Christmas as of tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun Christmas season. Yes, I am. It is what it is. The job is no longer there, but as far as the actual what do you call it? My brain's not working. As far as the ability to just go crazy on the spending part of it, but I still enjoy the holiday and enjoy the meaning of it, which is the most important thing. And I wish to God, there it goes. Hi, thank you. Let's see. Daniel says my favorite Halloween themes are Ghostbusters, themed to Nightmare on Elm Street, and the Tales from the Crypt theme. Great choices. JJ says I can attest to this. I can also have a sense of Christmas playlist, and both of us have songs on our list that were influenced by the other. Fair. That's fair. I think I get where he's going with that. That's okay. I'll start singing Christmas songs at work tomorrow. What are they going to do? Fire me? That's fair. The Child's Play theme is a great one. The theme from it also very underrated. Absolutely, absolutely, great stuff there. I'm trying to, as I am speaking, trying to get this damn page to load because I am trying to be show guy. Because as you can see, I have a new piece of wardrobe on. Ooh, ah. And with this being the 20th anniversary of NoDQ.com and the voting now open for the NoDQ.com 2023 Hall of Fame, I definitely want to encourage everybody to head over to NoDQ.com/merch because right now, over on NoDQ.com/merch, you can see what the team at NoDQ has in store if it'll load. Possibly. There it goes. Hi. All new merchandise featuring the anniversary logo. Of course, the now infamous say yeah to NoDQ.com. So much more. How like I like the Cleaver, Colin Andrew, Virtue shirts, Walter Cruz shirts, No DQ merch, say yes to No DQ, all the things. So please, again, check that out over at NoDQ.com. I had to get this one in particular because I've been with NoDQ.com for pretty much the entirety of the 25 years of its existence. So please head over to NoDQ.com/merch and support the boss man himself, the original home of Talk Wrestling, NoDQ.com. Of course, Pro Wrestling Tees /Jeff Meacham Network, Teespring Jeff Meacham Network. You can find all the shirts for the Cassian Studios, the Jeff Meacham Network, and all of our various shenanigans. So I'm going to get myself thrown off no DQ for this, and that's fine. I'm not really into The Simpsons much anymore. So trying to rate a Treehouse of Horror segment when I haven't seen all of them would not be fair to The Simpsons. I stopped watching The Simpsons regularly very long time ago. And I don't really remember a whole lot of watching it when I was younger. Just kind of fell out of the memory banks there after I stopped watching it. The Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorite movies, and this Halloween is one of my favorite themes. Absolutely. Great stuff. So, yes, Matthew, I have seen Superfan, The Story of Vladimir. Unbelievable how maddeningly unbelievable how long they made us wait for that. And I thought it was so good. I've met Vlad a couple times over the years, just really in passing, like, hi, how are you? Fist bump type thing. Great guy. Great guy. Indeed, very worthy of being bestowed and being recognized as the first WWE, official super fan. That guy is another level above, honestly, if I'm being real, above any of us. That guy works his butt off to be able to go to shows at the Garden, the shows in New York, the shows around the country, and I think around the world, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely recommend watching that. If you're in the United States, go on Peacock and watch it. If you're an international fan, go around go on the WWE Network around the world and check it out. It's like 35 minutes, and it's worth every bit of the 35 minutes, I promise you. Marshall says, I've been a fan of No DQ for almost the entirety of the website. I remember the first ever Talk Wrestling back in 2007, of course. It seems like yesterday you started the show. It does. It does not feel like it's been 16 years. I mean, I correlate the existence of Talk Wrestling to the existence of my son, because the show launching was 2 weeks before he was before his conception. So it's literally those two major components of my life. This show and my son, of course, are neck and neck as far as the timing. So I correlate this particular show. I do so many shows now. I do so many streams, the watch alongs, all things. But this show, this website, and my son, are kind of like intertwined with each other. And you guys have been watching Talk Wrestling for the 16 years. Have seen him literally grow up. And I don't hold that in any small regard. I think that's really cool because a lot of people are wary about their kids growing up on camera or being, having their face out there. And I don't disagree with that stance at all, for the record, that you do you. But I also like the fact that I've been able to invite you guys in a little bit and not just, keep everybody at a distance, because I feel like the relationship I have with you guys as fans, as viewers, has been so important, so vital to the success of the No DQ streams, and by extension, how well we've done the Jeff Meacham Network the last almost 4 years now. It'll be 4 years at the end of this year that we've been doing either the podcast or the live videos or the YouTube recordings. So it's important. And I feel like the No DQ Galaxy is a major, major component of why I've been able to sustain as long as I have doing this crazy shit for 16 years. So I don't discount the No DQ audience at all. I know a lot of people, jump on the bandwagon of shitting on NoDQ.com. It ain't going to be me. I'll tell you that right now. That's not me. That's not what I'm going to be about. It's not what I'm going to do. Aaron is one of my dearest friends in this world. His wife and I are great friends. If I remember right, she was a fan of this show first, and then she met Aaron, and off they went. So very, very cool. So, and I've been able to assemble the broadcast team, the podcasting team, the streaming team I do because of No DQ. So without No DQ, there's no multiversal media. I'll tell you that right now. That's just God's honest truth. So I am eternally grateful to everybody that has watched Talk Wrestling the last 16 years. And again, people, I found out a different No DQ website when I was in high school, finding out was going on the world of wrestling. And it's just, yeah. And I, again, that's how I discovered it. It was WWF.com at the time. And I think Aaron actually owns that now, if I remember right. So, here, let's do it here. Let's go back. Yeah, see, WWF goes right to NoDQ.com. So let me see here. Let's see if I can get the images up here. La, 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 la. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Without No DQ, there is no Jeff Meacham Network Multiversal Media. That's just the way it is at the end of the day. There's no other simple way to say it, as Noah Foster may or may not say. Let's see. It's not quite what I wanted to do, but we'll go with it, I think, for the moment. That'll work. Screw it. It's okay. Let's do that. There we go. There we go. Ooh, that's really small. It's disappointment. It's so small. There we go. That's one of the last ones to use, because you've got that stupid exploding vagina logo of WCW's. But yeah, that was where it started. WCW.com. So there you go. Anyway, 16 years doing talk wrestling, over 20. 21 years. Actually, you know what? Thank you for reminding me. I was going to talk about that tonight. So last week, 25th, which would have been last 25. So last Monday, last week, was my 21st anniversary. 21 years with NoDQ.com. Pretty cool, right? So yeah, my time with No DQ can now drink. God help it. I've been drunk on this channel enough. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been doing this for 21 years. It's crazy, right? That's why I had to have this, because of these 25, you can see of these 25, I've been a part of it for 21. That's pretty cool, right? Of course, November is the anniversary of NoDQ.com. I believe it's the early part of the month, because Aaron's birthday is toward the end of the month. So I'm pretty sure he started before his birthday. So 25 years of NoDQ.com, 21 years of Jeff Meacham on NoDQ.com, and 16 of it doing talk wrestling. So there you go. A little crazy, right? Yes. We made that a thing. I forget what episode of Dad's that was on, but we did a highlight reel of that where we said that like 5 or 6 times. So funny. That's all Bischoff and Conrad's fault. It's either that or the cat's ass. It's one of those two. Either way, it's the ugliest logo I've seen in wrestling. I've seen some ugly ass logos in wrestling, but that damn WCW logo from 99-01 was just the absolute shits. It's awful. It's awful. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Anyway, this is kind of an anniversary celebration for me being with NoDQ.com for 21 years, and No DQ celebrating 25 years, and off we go. We keep on keeping on. We've got a ton of stuff coming up this weekend, of course. It's let me see if I can get the graphics to load in a reasonable amount of time, because that's always the adventure when we're doing these streams, right? It's been a wild and crazy ride, as Steve Martin may or may not say. You never know with Steve Martin. Another Disney nerd kid, all the things. But again, I do want to definitely promote what we did this morning. We of course, JJ had his recap of Monday Night Raw, as well as he and I did the episode of Dads, the bonus episode of Dads, I should say, talking about the Halloween franchise. There you go. There it is right there. It was one of those, I wouldn't usually think of being being so hard into this. And I was pleasantly surprised. I really was. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool to be able to rank these and have a good enough discussion about it, where our buddy Bruce, who is our horror guru, if you will, especially on the Halloweens and the Friday the 13th and all those movies, definitely was on board with our Marshall, our rankings of the movies. So definitely go check it out. It's in the archives now over the Casa and on the Jeff Meacham Network, as well as our social medias. We got JJ to hook up his social media pages, his links to this morning's show. So please go check it out. Very, very cool. Of course, tomorrow again is the Greg Sherry Show, as is every Wednesday, across the Jeff Meacham Network, as well as the Greg Sherry brand. Again, I will not be at the show tomorrow for Greg, because I will be at the Guns N' Roses show at the Hollywood Bowl. Very excited about that. But Thursday morning, of course, you'll have a recap of AEW Dynamite. And then Thursday night, there you go, we're going to take a look back at the history of TNA wrestling, because TNA, of course, is coming back. And in January at Hard to Kill coming up, and we will be taking a look back at the great matches under the TNA wrestling banner, starting with Genesis 2007 and a ladder match to determine the number one contender for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, as Christian Cage battles Kaz. You can't see my arm because I can't go that far off screen without leaving the screen. But yeah, that'll be coming up Thursday night after the East Coast feed of Impact over at the Jeff Meacham Network YouTube exclusively. So please check that out. Pretty please, with more than sugar on top. It's Halloween. Have all the damn candy, by God. Again, if you missed our coverage of Halloween Havoc, please go back and watch last week's. Please go back and watch tonight's great pair of shows that presented by NXT from WWE. I enjoyed it personally. I had fun. Of course, the next time you'll see Noah and JJ, Noah for sure, we know on Friday. We're waiting to see on JJ, but either way, they will be simply predicting Crown Jewel. Of course, Crown Jewel will be predicted Thursday night by the No DQ team, which is why you're going to see Talk Wrestling on Tuesdays. I'm not sure about every week, Marshall, on moving Talk Wrestling. This week is, again, because of the No DQ predictions, to Thursday this week, because, of course, Crown Jewel is this coming Saturday morning. And we will, of course, have the live coverage of that. But before we get to Crown Jewel, we're going to have coverage of something else. I'm trying to get to the comments, so forgive me here. Hey, Jeff, I hope you are happy Halloween. I hope you enjoy Halloween today. Thank you. And you're getting ready for Saturday, Crown Jewel. Yes. And Chris, I did receive the notification that you are looking to be part of the pre-show on Saturday. Unfortunately, they've added a match to the kickoff. So we're going to have the commentary team in full effect. So it's going to be busy right out of the chute. If they don't add a full hour and probably a match, more than one match to the Survivor Series kickoff, we'll get in contact. So stay tuned. Be on the lookout for that. Seth, thank you very much. Again, I'll pass along to Aaron. I'm sure he'll see this replay. Happy 25 years. Here's 25 more. Absolutely. And Marshall, we all feel old, brother. I promise you. And JJ, I'm hoping we all get some Twix and some other candy from the trick-or-treaters. I have my porch light on. I realize that. I should probably turn it off, but I ain't here, so I don't give a shit. I'm working. So anyway, so again, simply predicting for Crown Jewel coming up Friday afternoon. I can find the damn graphic. Where did it go? Caca. I don't see where it is. Shit. Okay, hang on, I gotta go back. We are live. I wasn't ready for all the things like I thought I was. That's okay, because you can hear me just freestyling with my horrible singing voice until we get where I need to go. Almost there. Not quite there. There it is. I knew I'd find my way. So, of course, Simply Predicting for Crown Jewel will be Friday afternoon, early afternoon. Friday evening at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific will be our coverage of Impact Wrestling on Impact Plus. Turning Point, which was taped in England last week. We will be having a spoiler-free commentary, so if you're coming in to give spoilers from England, don't, because you'll be banned from the channels. So that's how we roll around here. That'll be, of course, on Friday. And then, God help us, my goodness, Saturday morning at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, even though there is a kickoff match, we're still going live at the same time with our coverage of Crown Jewel. Again, it's becoming Crown Jewel. The Saudi Arabia show is becoming must-see. It's becoming appointment television if you are a WWE fan. So I'm definitely excited to see how things go in Saudi Arabia. Will this be John Cena's next singles victory? Will it be his another notch in the singles loss column? Because he suffered one, of course, earlier this year to Austin Theory WrestleMania. We'll see. Will we see a new WWE champion? Will we see a new World Heavyweight champion? Will the Money in the Bank briefcase be cashed in? Will we see Rhea Ripley or Io Sky drop her title? You just don't know. And, of course, Saturday night, as we do across the Jeff Meacham Multiverse Media, we will have open mic night. That is Saturday night. Sunday, if I can get back where I needed to be here, I'll get there. There it is. Sunday night. Again, whoops. Damn it. Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. The No DQ review is back. Of course, we were off last Sunday due to Aaron and Caitlin having their anniversary. Again, happy anniversary to the boss and Mrs. Boss. That'll be coming up 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. Of course, you can vote for the NoDQ.com 2023 Hall of Fame inductees over at NoDQ.com on the social medias. And yes, JJ, I was getting to that, but the graphic isn't ready, so I'm going to use your plug instead, by God. If you want to hear good singing voices, unlike mine, tune in Disney Karaoke on November 18th, immediately following our coverage of AEW Full Gear, which will be live at the fabulous Forum in Inglewood, California. My goodness. We'll just keep on rolling. As we said at the end of Halloween Havoc, we're never, ever going to sleep again. And I'm here for every bit of it because I have enjoyed every bit of this. This has been Talk Wrestling. We're on NoDQ.com. We're across the multiverse of media. I am Jeff Meacham. Thank you again for tuning in tonight. Thank you for tuning in all day for Dads and Always in Wrestling, for Snapway Sports, for featuring Dory Lou, for Halloween Havoc, and for Talk Wrestling tonight. Happy 25th anniversary NoDQ.com coming up. Happy 21st anniversary to me being on NoDQ.com. And I will see you guys next time.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.